Hi, I'm Batu from freefincal, and in this video I want to talk about how active mid-cap funds have fared against Nifty Next 50 index. Yesterday I talked about the risks associated with investing in Nifty Next 50 and how it compares with Nifty 50, Nifty 100, and Nifty Mid-Cap 150. We saw that the Nifty Next 50 has a reward which is comparable to the Nifty Mid-Cap 150 and a slightly higher risk. So it's a very natural question to ask how the mid-cap funds have fared against, actively managed mid-cap funds have fared against the Nifty Next 50. Now the Nifty Next 50 is a very curious index because it exposes how illiquid the Indian stock market is. I had talked about impact cost, that is the actual cost of trying to buy and sell large quantities of Nifty Next 50 stocks, and it results in a huge pricing mismatch in the market, and that's called the impact cost. And this can affect the liquidity of the stocks and is one of the big reasons why the Nifty Next 50 is so volatile. And we shall look at we shall look at every possible 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5-year returns from the 1st January 2013 when direct plans came into play to 6th February 2020, and we shall only consider funds that have more than 1,000 1, 2, and 3-year rolling return data points. So if you do that, then this is the full list of funds. We have 16 funds, the full list of funds: Franklin India Prima, DSP Midcap, L&T Midcap, Kotak Emerging Equity, Invesco Midcap, HDFC Midcap, Axis Midcap, BNP Midcap, Tata Midcap, SBI Midcap, Sundaram Midcap, Tata Taurus Discovery, UTI Midcap, Birla Midcap, Reliance Growth, and Baroda Midcap funds. And if you look at every possible 5-year periods, 13 out of 16 funds have outperformed Nifty Next 50 with a consistency of 70% or more. That is, if I take 515 returns of 5-year returns of Sundaram Midcap, 400 of them are more than the 5-year returns of Nifty Next 50. So that is the 400 by 515 is 78%, and we'll call this the performance consistency. We are looking for performance consistency of greater than 70%, and 13 out of 16 funds have delivered that over 5-year period. Over 4-year periods, only 6 funds have been able to have a performance consistency of greater than 70%. Over 3 years, it's only 3 funds. Over 2 years, it's only 2 funds. Over 1 year, it's only 2 funds. And if I consider greater than 70% performance consistency over every possible 5, 4, and 3 years, ignoring 1 and 2, then these are the 3 funds that have done well: DSP Midcap, L&T Midcap, and Kotak Emerging Equity Scheme. So that's a very bad problem because you can't tell which of these funds will do better. So you might say, shall I just do index investing? That is, can I treat Nifty Next 50 as a mid-cap in mutual fund and start investing in it? In principle, that's possible. In principle, that's okay. But the only problem is if you take a period where the Nifty Next 50 has not done well. For example, in the last 2 years, the Nifty Next 50 has given only a return of 0.7% annualized. During this period, all the 16 mid-cap funds we considered above have bet the Nifty Next 50. Some of them have done considerably better. So during a time when the index is not doing well, then many active funds may have an edge over the index, and that's a problem that the passive investor always has to worry about, emotionally, also quantitatively. In my opinion, downside protection is very important, and that's absent in an index fund, especially in a mid-cap fund. That's going to be a bit of a problem. So either you say it's okay, I'm going to go with Nifty Next 50, forgetting about active mid-cap funds, or my suggestion is take a mid-path, choose a multi-cap fund which will have large cap, mid-cap, maybe even small cap. Then you can get performance somewhere in between, and with a little bit of downside protection. That is, it will not fall as much as the index fund falls, especially the Nifty Next 50. So that's what I wanted to say in this video. There is a definite reason for choosing Nifty Next 50 as an index mid-cap fund. However, the lack of downside protection is a problem that investors have to worry about, especially when the market falls down or when it is turbulent and moves nowhere. When the market is moving up, then everybody is happy, all sort of theories can be spoken, but when the market is not moving anywhere, that is where the it will sting a lot. So please take care of that. Please let me know what you think about this. I'll catch you later. Bye bye.